Have you ever wondered how these late night talk show hosts are getting some of the best stories out of these celebrities? Let me tell you, and let me tell you how to navigate this. But first, hi, I'm Jasmine. I've been a story editor and journalist for more than 10 years, and I love story editing tips, tricks, and hacks because they give me something to hold on to. If that's something that you enjoy as well, then just follow me. So you know how on Jimmy Kimmel, on The Colbert Show, on The Daily Show, and all of these shows, these celebrities come on and somehow the host just knows how to ask the right questions and these celebrities know exactly which stories to tell. So what happens usually is that there's a pre-production team, a producer, who will either go to the celebrity or talk to their manager or something. They'll be briefed beforehand to ask, hey, what are some of the anecdotes that XYZ has brought along, Nicole Kidman, etc., etc. If it's a manager, they'll tell them, just the hints of what it is. Or if it's the celebrity themselves, they'll start talking as well. Oh, this thing happened to me recently. I thought it could be fun to talk about it. The producer might prod a little bit, but not too much. So the thing is that journalists do the same thing for documentaries. We go and we talk to our protagonist or our experts, and we have these pre-interviews where we'll ask them, hey, do you have a story around XYZ? How would you describe so-and-so? And we start already asking them some questions. But here is where you should really be careful. So these pre-interviews aren't always recorded. They're usually just to get a feel of what's happening. And sometimes it's almost like a casting call, right? Is this expert, do they know how to tell a good story? So once the person starts talking, you'll realize, oh shit, this person's great. And here's where the danger is. Sometimes we want to know more details. Let's say you are producing for a host, for example, right? Somebody who's not you. And so we want to kind of like get all the details so that we can brief the host so that the host knows what to get out of the person. And this is where the danger lies, because you'll have that person who is supposed to get interviewed later on then spill all the beans and spend all that emotional energy already on that fantastic pre-interview. So the trick is to walk a really fine line and really train your listening abilities to be like, oh, I think there's something there. I think there's something there. Okay. And then tell them, okay, save it for the interview because this sounds like a really cool story. So the whole point is to come out of the pre-interview with maybe a few bullet points that you can then hand over to your host, who then has almost like a shopping list for stories that they could ask for. And that is how these late night talk show hosts are done, and that is how documentaries are done, which is kind of fun. But very often inexperienced producers, and that was me as well, myself included, is where you get all the great juice from these interviewees beforehand. And then once the interview comes around, these people feel like, oh, I've already told everything, All this to say, don't let them rehearse the magic away, because this is the rehearsal curse. And if that is something that you're interested in and you want to hear more about, then follow me.